Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be calculating the features of another hyperbola using some slightly different formulas. So the first thing we need to look at is which set of formulas are we using. And we need to look at what is after the minus in the middle. So we have minus x. That means we're going to be using our second set of equations that you can see here where you have minus x there. All right, so let's go ahead and write this out. Our formula is y minus k squared over 36 minus x minus h squared over, not 36, b squared. All right, b squared. And then we have this one over a squared equals 1. Oh, I actually wrote this backwards. It's b squared here and a squared here. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's a squared and that's b squared on the bottom. All right, the first thing we want to find is our h and k value. So the h is always going to be with the x and the k is always going to be with the y. So this is going to be the opposite of this one, so it's going to be positive 2, and then the opposite of this one, which is negative 5. All right, then we have our a and b, and it's unfortunate that I wrote the formulas kind of bad, but that's okay. So our a is equal to, we know that a squared is equal to 36. Yep, 36. And one way you can always check is that a is going to be the positive, b is going to be the one that's over here. So that means that a is equal to 6. Remember, we're not using the negative because it's a distance. And then we have that b squared equals 25, so that means that b equals 5. All right, we need to solve for c squared now. So we have c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So c squared equals a squared is 36, b squared is 25, so c squared equals the square root of 61. Okay, so let's write in our values. We have a is 6, b is 5, and c is the square root of 61. Okay, now we can plug in our values for our different features that we have here. So the first one is the center. And the center of this is going to be h comma k, which is 2 comma negative 5. Then we have our foci. So this is h comma k plus or minus c. So we're going to have h is 2, k is negative 5, and then c is the square root of 61. So that means our two foci are 2 comma negative 5 plus the square root of 61. And then we also have 2 comma negative 5 minus the square root of 61. Okay, the next thing is our vertices. And the formula for our vertices is h comma k plus or minus a. So we have 2 comma negative 5 plus or minus a, which is 6. So this is going to give us our two formulas. 2 comma negative 5 plus 6 is 1. And then we also have negative 5 minus 6, which is negative 11. Our eccentricity is c divided by a. So c is the square root of 61. A is 6, so that's our eccentricity there. And then we also have our asymptotes. And the formula for those are y equals k plus or minus a over b times x minus h. Okay, so plugging these values in, y equals k, which is negative 5, plus or minus a, which is 6, over b, which is 5, times x minus h. Oh, sorry, x minus 2 here, 2. Okay, so writing these two things out, y equals negative 5 plus or minus 6/5 times x minus 2. Or not plus or minus, just plus. And then the other one is y equals negative 5 minus 6/5 times x minus 2. Okay, we're just going to highlight so we can see our answers. There's the center, the vertices, the asymptotes, and then we also have the foci, which is here, and the eccentricity here. Okay, hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be checking our hyperbolic features. Goodbye.